Yeah, I think where you were going, Matt, email, if I don't know where people prioritize that, but you really should, even above your financial and whatnot, protection of your email is one of the most critical ones because a lot of websites or sites, that's how they do the password reset process is through email. So you really want to guard that one really well. As well as, I would say, which I don't know if people think about as much, but if you do have like a text messaging on your phone and your provider has a website to review the text messages that come in, you want to protect your access or anybody's access to that website that could provide somebody the ability to see what your text messages were that arrived, because that would give them the ability to do the same thing for either like a two-factor, what they call two-factor authentication for financial institutions, or even just other password resets that might come through that means from an SMS standpoint. So,
I think the fact that people know there is a risk of bad passwords leading to their accounts being compromised, I don't think it's really a binary thing. Risk is more of a spectrum of, is this very possible? Is it less possible?
Right.
It's
is it
somewhere
going to
in the
happen
middle.
to me?
And I think until it happens to you, you tend to push it down towards it's not as likely, but simply because you haven't experienced the pain associated with it.
Right.
So simply knowing that it can happen.
That was one of the other things they did point out in this, that they contrasted the excuses of the quote type A personalities versus the type B personalities, and one of their things in what they call the type B personality, one of the things was they rationalized their poor behavior by saying, well, nobody's going to care about me, I'm not important.
But I think that's another thing. I think we've talked about admins who don't think they're a target because their server isn't anything of importance. And this is the same with users who have an email account. They don't think it's valuable for any reason, or any password pair that they've got. They don't think it's valuable because they haven't figured out the value of it when it's stolen. I think Krebs might actually have. They know he has a value of a hacked server diagram that's very popular. I think he actually has one for the value of a stolen email account. The different things that an attacker could potentially do with that information. And it's never, or it's very rarely personal when someone breaks into an account like this. It's just one more account out of many because they have the ability to do it.
Right, a target of opportunity, not necessarily that they care who you are or, and know anything about you, but just the fact that it's actually probably, in their opinion, better that they don't know who you are because they're just taking advantage of you and they have no real personal connection to you.